Vice President Atiku Abubakar, I have tremendous respect for him. He has been the man standing, but he's been out of power since 2007. He's been in politics, but he's been out of power since 2007.
Is that
his party?
Is that instrumental in your view?
No, but what it tells you something about him, that he has, unfortunately, not been able to keep the PDP together, resist the threat of Wike to the last point. If somebody like Wike can come into PDP and mess it up with a huge colossus like Vice President Atiku, who was a product of PDP, who did everything for the party, shouldn't that ask you about his politics? Right now, Wike is a lot more influential in the PDP than him. And Wike was just a governor. Now he's a minister. How is it possible? Where did he lose the ball? Where did he drop the ball?
Are you saying that Atiku Abubakar no longer has the political currency to pull the kind of influence one would have thought that he would normally have?
I have to be careful to tell you how I answer you now. I get a lot of insults from people who don't know how much I respect Vice President Atiku Abubakar. I really have a lot of respect for him. But let's look at this. If he is contemplating leaving PDP, he can only leave it for people like Wike. Now, doesn't that tell you just how he has that? What is his standing? He was the backbone and the strong point of PDP. I was a federal permanent secretary when him and Obasanjo became president and vice president. I was in INEC as secretary when they won their second election. I knew how powerful PDP was. If somebody like Wike can make Atiku or even President Tinubu leave the PDP for somebody, literally you are abandoning ship. So if all these coalition talks involve Vice President Atiku Abubakar walking out of PDP, literally what he's saying is that he has lost a war to somebody who is
This won't be the first time he leaves PDP in the hands of other people.
He went to contest for elections and came back. And he leaves and comes back. But now if he leaves and he goes into a coalition that either has nothing to do with PDP or has his little portion of PDP, I think it's a terrible, terrible setback for the Waziri. Seriously. For a man who has held up...
Do you think he is the spearhead for the coalition?
Yes.
I mean, there are other political heavyweights there.
One of the options is they are not even talking about, look, let's all go into PDP, reinforce it. Even if we have to cause a faction. And faction, by the way, is legally defined. All these people running away from PDP into APC, the party has not been factionalized. That's how you move from one party to another one, and then the law doesn't say, hey, hold it, you can't do that. You can't just walk away from your party into another one unless INEC and the courts or the law says the party is factionalized.
Right.
PDP is not factionalized. What they have is it's a huge nuisance who has come into the party, card-carrying member of the party, who is a very powerful minister here, whose job entirely is to destroy PDP. And there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. And you are even imminently at the point of walking out, leaving the party to him. I'm telling you, I don't.
You think this is an indictment on Atiku Abubakar's political dexterity, or?
I think that given his seniority, given his experience, given his statesmanship, honestly, if I was to rub shoulders with people like Rufai and Amechi, I would say, come into PDP.
Right.
Let's rebuild PDP with your desires and your anger, and let's create a new generation of PDP people who will emerge from states, take over the governorship of states, take over the National Assembly, produce a president, but it should not be us.
Right. Okay.
It should not be us.
There's a common consensus right now amongst Nigerians that the anarchy happening in all the political parties is actually caused by the APC and Bola Tinubu with their tentacles, their hands within all of these other political parties, causing this chaos, whether it's in the PDP or in the Labour Party or within the coalition. there's that consensus where Nigerians actually have now come to agree that these distractions within these political parties, induced by the APC, because of the greed of those people they planted as mold within those political parties, is actually caused by the APC. And what Hakeem Baba-Ahmed is saying is that Wike has become a nuisance whose only job, his only task as it relates to 2027 is for him to destroy the PDP. Because Wike has largely said it before that he's going to work. He said it openly. This is not a news thing anymore. He said it openly that he's going to work for Bola Tinubu. As a matter of fact, he's going to lead the campaign to Rivers State to actually campaign for Bola Tinubu. So he said that openly. So you can see where his allegiance lies. But the fact that there's a growing idea right now that Wike has become more powerful than uh, Abubakar Atiku within the PDP and in Nigeria as a country is what is really getting a lot of people's attention, because from what Hakeem Baba-Ahmed is saying is that Wike has become more powerful, more influential than Atiku Abubakar. Now, in the grand scheme of things, in terms of Nigerian politics, Atiku Abubakar is a big, big wig, whether or not you like him, you know, whether or not you like what PDP did to Nigeria. But Atiku Abubakar holds a very big sway within the Nigerian political system. He's been there since 1993, from Abiola's time when he has to concede and let Abiola, carry on, and then became the flag bearer for, I think, the SDP at the time. So the question here is that is begging for answer is what will be the final outcome? What will be the final outcome of what Nigeria is looking forward to 2027? Does Atiku Abubakar still have the political shield, or what you call sway, rather, political sway, to pull votes himself? Is Atiku Abubakar still as powerful as it was before, or has Wike become more powerful than Atiku Abubakar? Because largely, if you see, I talked about this before. I think a couple of videos. If you check, you'll see I've spoken about this before. That it's just about a matter of time before Wike officially says he's defected to the APC, because you cannot trust what will come out of Wike's mouth. At one time, he said he was never going to go to the APC. That APC is cancerous, and obviously, he's now with the APC working for them. So, and he's made it clear to all Nigerians that he's going to work for Bola Tinubu. And I said that it was only a matter of time that Wike is doing exactly what Wike needs to do, as he's been contracted to do for Bola Tinubu. And that's what Hakeem is saying here, that Wike is largely a nuisance in the PDP, causing havoc to destroy the PDP for the APC. And that Atiku Abubakar jumping ship to the APC to go from a new coalition is leaving the PDP in the hands of Wike. And as a matter of fact, as you know, every political party that this APC has gotten their hands into, they've destroyed. Look at the Labour Party, factionalized. Look at the PDP. If you want to agree with Hakeem, fine, but I think it's also factionalized. And then Wike leads one faction, and the other faction doesn't have a bearing. So what that literally means, in essence, is that Bola Tinubu has its way, and is literally pulling the plugs in each of the, or pulling the strings in each of the political parties. That's why possibly they wanted to register a new one. But what do you think? Do you think that Abubakar's article is still relevant? Because if you're talking about the political new coalition they want to form, is this supposed to be the one spearheading the political party? It doesn't have the strength. By the time it gets to 2027, it will be 80 years old. Are you telling me that? Or are you telling Nigerians that for more than 30 years, the best man to run Nigeria, who's been trying for so long, is one 80-year-old man who tried 30 years back? He didn't survive it. And he's tried several times, 3 other times as well. And he's not been able to get the ticket. That there are no younger Nigerians with strength, agility, character, and capacity who are not stained with corruption that can lead the country to a better, prosperous future. Is that what they're trying to tell us? But I think the only thing newsworthy so far, or one of the things that is newsworthy so far, is the fact that someone is actually now coming out to say it boldly that Wike is a nuisance within PDP, whose only job is to destroy the PDP. And because of doing that, and make sure it would decapitate one political party just so that Bola Tinubu has a sweet smell and sale to becoming the president in 2027. That's exactly what is going on here. So what is your thought? What is your idea? Do you agree with him that that's what exactly it is right now, that Atiku Abubakar does not have that political capital anymore or political reach, to pull the votes that he needs, command the vote that he needs? And in my opinion, I think Atiku Abubakar has come to his wit's end. He's come to the end of his political career within Nigeria as a contestant. It's about time for him to, say, I've got to hang my boot and I've got to look out for the next generation that will lead the country to a prosperous future where himself, his children, his grandchildren, and great grandchildren will benefit from good leadership that he couldn't, or the PDP couldn't offer Nigeria when they were in the place of authority for 16 years. That's my thinking. That's where I'm pushing for. But so far as it stands, Wike is doing exactly what Wike needs to do for Bola Tinubu. Weaken the PDP, more or less destroy the PDP. And as when it's done, it will jump ship to the APC. But I know his own time is coming at some point, and they're waiting for him ahead. So again, if you let us know what you think in the comment section, put your thoughts, your ideas, and whether or not you agree with what Hakeem Baba-Ahmed said. And also, don't forget to like, share, and remember to subscribe if you've not done so, and recommend this channel to others. I will catch you up in the next video. God bless you. Bye-bye for now.